Madness, what's good, man? How's everything? Hope all is well. Just trying to get set up here, bro. It looks like doom and gloom in here, but open up these blinds and get it popping. Some lights. Okay. My shit moving around and everything. All right. What's up with y'all, man? How you liking that? And what's this be playing at all? I still need to pick that up. I told you I saw it on the Switch, but I left it. Good game, good mechanics and all of that. You pick up a game that doesn't drop in price, would you pick? Ooh. Good question. So, if you were to pick up a game that doesn't drop in price, would you pick up Nier Automata or Astral Chain? So, if I'm not mistaken, I don't have and I haven't played Astral Chain, so I just don't know. I just don't know about that one. I will say that I have played Nier Automata and I really enjoy it. I haven't finished it. It's one that I would like to pick up on the Switch. We currently have Day 1 Edition on the PS4. Once I pick it up on the Switch, I'm going to just get rid of this one. And likely complete and play through on the Switch. So my vote will go for Nier Automata, but I'm biased because I've never played the other game. But it is a really good one. MK Hano, what's up? How's everything? Hope all is well with y'all. Hope all is well with y'all. What y'all up to, man? It is on. Getting closer to the weekend. Any big plans? Any new pickups? I just dropped trying to be consistent. I dropped a short today. This cheer is crazy loud. Damn. Might be time for a new one. Damn, let me get this shit up out of here, bro. Hold up a second now. Look, don't fall. Don't fall. Stand by. Bringing this old wooden joint for a second because I plan on standing up any damn way. So let me slide this one in real quick. Let's creak, you feel me? Okay, Demon X might like it on a Switch for sure. Yeah, it's probably the console I would have picked it up for. So I saw it there and I left it. I think it was a little more than I wanted to pay for it at the time. But I'll definitely keep my eye out for it, for sure. Yeah, that was the Mario DS. They were asking 100. They were asking 100 for it, but it was, I don't know if it came up in the video, but there was a nice little scratch on the, like, it wasn't a crack, but it almost looked like a crack. Nice little indentation on the screen with two lines that kind of met at a point, and it was enough for me to say, I'm cool. He said 100 with tax. I was like, nah, if I go up there in like the next few days. I probably give it. If I went up there tomorrow and said, "Hey man, you still got it. Like, how much did you guys spend on it? I'll give you an extra 10." They'll probably let it go, and I would just get it just because of the fact that it's a red one. I don't see that all the time, if ever. And ultimately, I would get a memory card and mod it. So we might do it for that purpose. We'll see how it goes. But yeah, Bill. Yeah, no, nah. A bill was not gonna happen. Now, for that same $100, hear me out. Midnight Black PlayStation Portal at the pawn shop, um, right up the road here. It might still be there. It might not, but that one felt like maybe. The only reason why I didn't get that one is because it didn't have a box. It was just the console itself, or the Portal itself, and I didn't feel good about just taking it home. It had a couple of scratches. It wasn't anything too severe. I'm being nitpicky, but for 100, I'd like to have the box. And I think if I went up there, it probably isn't there anymore. But if I went up there and I said, "Hey man, like they're good people. I don't want to lowball for real, but like, would you do 80, maybe 85? I would do it for that." But not for the bill. I just can't do 100 because the stuff about what I'm collecting now, and I say this after the last two consoles that I picked up from the pawn shop, the same pawn shop, didn't have boxes, weren't complete. I'm trying to only buy them complete. But at the same time, I'm thinking if I buy them and it's not complete, if I get it for a really good price, ultimately maybe I can just sell it one day for the complete one. Maybe I'll come across the box, that sort of thing. So there's some thought involved. To pick up that Hyrule Switch Lite for $100, I think was a solid price. It may not have been the best deal, but I think that was decent. But it didn't have a box. But I'm gonna find that box. Somebody has that box somewhere. And yeah, man, that Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, bro. Like, it is the what is that, Peggy? Is that the European version? The PAL version? But for $27 is what I ended up paying for this. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have no intention on playing this anytime soon because this type of Zelda is not really my style of Zelda. I'm more of a Link to the Past, Echoes of Wisdom style Zelda. I haven't played Link's Awakening is one I need to pick up because I would play through that. But this Tears of the Kingdom, Breath of the Wild is really not my style of Zelda. And yeah, man, 35, you're right. I don't think I could find this for 35 anywhere else. In fact, in the next video, like little sneak peek, I even say that as I'm going, like, you don't find these for under $30. So to get it for under 30, this was a like a gap in my collection. I didn't have this game. I have Breath of the Wild, but it's digital, so I still need a physical copy of Breath of the Wild. That's the other, I feel, kind of must have for my collection. I don't think the collection will ever be complete, but it does kind of feel incomplete to not have like the biggest games of the console generation, a physical edition of them in the collection. So I'll be on the lookout for what is it called? Breath of the Wild. See, okay, so you like Link's Awakening. Good to know. I haven't played that one. Thank y'all for hitting the like button. Thank y'all for sharing the live and all of that. At the same time, I just dropped a new video. We're talking about the short that I just dropped, where we picked up. I should just probably leave it out here for a minute. Zelda Tears of the Kingdom PAL version. We have a few PAL version games in the collection. I feel like I'm yelling. I don't like talking this loud. Can you guys hear me okay? I know the audio is always an issue with me. and I thank y'all for sticking with me through the audio difficulties. But I want to check out some of the other PAL versions. GTA 6 only being released digitally, but don't worry. I mean, oh, is that solid information, Muff? Where'd you get that info? I'll be honest with you, I wasn't in any hurry to play GTA 6. So that might sound crazy to some, but that's just not something that I'm in a rush to play. I would not have purchased it day one because I don't purchase mini games, if any, day one. So if you're telling me that a physical copy of the game's not coming out for a while, I'll wait. And every time I go to the pawn shop, there's like 50 copies of GTA. So there's no reason to rush into that. Check. Muff says VR games. I bet you don't have it. Okay. What do you want to bet? That's a weird thing to say. I have VR games. I do. I don't play them. I have games that have VR ability and VR modes and things like that. Wipeout Omega Collection is a really good one. I can't get it. It's up here, right there. That has a VR mode. It's really good. But no, I don't play VR games. I'm not a VR guy. That immersion is too much for me. That immersion gets me every time. Can you guys not hear me? Kind of can't hear you now. All right, cool. We'll go back to it. Can you hear me? Is this better? Check. Everything is broken over here. Nothing's working right. Yeah, I don't know what's up with this stuff, man. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. I guess this is one of the times that it doesn't. Son of a bitch. Anyway, but yeah, I don't really do VR. That's not anything that I'm into. Too much immersion, I think, for me. What I do like though, and I'll tell you the truth, those racing sims where you sit in that joint and it's a screen here and the screens all the way around, I think that is incredible. I would love to have one of those. But the actual headset over my eyes and all that, I'm not a big fan of that. Beans Pond Toast, what's going on, man? Long time no talk to. Hope you're doing all right. The only console I've ever bought for myself was the PS3, 80 gig, backwards compatible. Still have it. Very cool. Very cool. Are you just not a console gamer, Bruce? Thank you for the random facts about yourself, too. I really do. I'm not even joking when I say that. I like when people just be like, random gaming fact about me. Because it gets me to thinking about ideas and stuff. So, sincerely, I like it. I feel you, man. The last time I did something VR, Beans, was when I was in Seattle. This had to be at least 6, 7 years ago at this point. But at the Space Needle in Seattle, they had this thing where you sit down, you put the VR headset on, and it shows you going up, and you can jump off. And I'm just like, I'm cool on all this, man. This is just too much for me, for real. Yo, Five Nights at Freddy Kid Official, what's up with it? Hope all is well. I just don't have the extra money. I feel that 500 is a lot. I feel you, brother. Hey, I'm right there with you, man. I ain't gonna lie to you. That's 1 second, y'all. That's part of the reason why. Not part of the reason. The whole reason why I didn't pick up a Switch 2. I'm not paying $500 for an upgrade. At least not right now. Something might change between now and whatever, but as soon as I heard the price tag and I saw the features and what it was doing, I said, yeah, that's not worth 500. We're not doing that. I did pay 500 for PlayStation 5, and I'm confident that was my last time jumping into a console day one, or you know what I mean, immediately. I'm not doing that anymore. It just isn't worth it. Just never turns out all that great. And this has been a really bummer ass console generation with PS5. Yeah, it's starting to come together, but they're already talking about PS6 as now they're talking about it like coming together. There's Cyberpunk. Great game. Five Nights at Freddy Kid. If you haven't played this one, man, give this one a try. I picked this up on the PS4 brand new for like $20 when everything was going bad with the game. and did not play it until the PS5 version update came out, and that's when I played this. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. I appreciate y'all. Good afternoon. Good day to you. What time is it? DJ, what's up, man? Hope all is well. Yeah, I feel that. The only thing I would think different, man, is about the Switch 2 is performance of the Switch 1 games being better. But when you tell me, well, yeah, look, you can play Cyberpunk on your Switch 2, and it's like, well, that's not enough. That's not enough. You're telling me that it's powerful enough to do something that's been done for a while now, for a couple years, so I'm okay on that. I'm feeling well, man. Thank you for asking. Feeling really good. I appreciate that. Any horror games? Yeah, man, I got a couple of them. I think this is a horror game. I could be wrong. Let me see. It says Unimaginable Worlds, Unrelenting Odds. I don't know if this is horror or not. It looks like it might be. Here's Remnant 2. Is that horror? I don't know. I just found that recently. But yeah, we have a bunch of them. I can I'll flash them this way. Ah, damn it. You're going to make me stand up. I'll stand up. Hold on a second. Let me show you what we got. Because I have a bunch of horror games. Whoa. I have a bunch of them. And funny thing about them is I don't play them. I don't like horror games. They're not fun for me. I don't know. I guess life is just scary enough. I don't really need any extra shit. But what do we have? Here's Until Dawn. Can you see that? You can't see that. Now my chair's in the way. My space isn't as functional as I would like it to be. Here's Until Dawn. That's horror, right? What else is scary? Some scary shit. Here's some Resident Evils. Might be easier for me just to swing the camera this way. Resident Evil 2, 3, 4, 6, 7. Here's Friday the 13th. That's scary, right? Here's a horror game that I completed not too long ago, sometime last year. Still Wakes the Deep. There it is. That was a good one. That was a good horror game. The most recent horror game that I completed was Alan Wake. It was the PS5 update, I believe. But this was my most recent horror game. And as always, DJ, there you go. Make sure you guys hit the like button, man. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. Did I say that? I did say. You're right. Resident Evil 6 and 7. You're right. I did. I did. You got me. Mario. You know what's funny is I had it on this morning, Mario. No lie to you. I had my Lakers hoodie on. But I went outside and I was doing some yard work in it and I didn't want that on me anymore. So I took that off. But yeah, I got on my hoodie right here today. This is plain Jane. No affiliation on this hoodie. But you know that Lakers hoodie's not far, man. Don't play with me. I'll go grab that. A lot of people, we got 4-6 votes. PSP over the DS. That's probably what I would roll with too, man. That's probably what I would roll with too. If we talking about them like that, I should have them displayed, right? Come on, Wolverine. You're getting all over the place here. But here's the PSP. I don't think it's not plugged up. It hasn't been charged in a little minute. Here's the PSP. That's the 101. The OG first. Wish I still had the box for that. There's the Go. Upside down, but there's the Go. Yes, sir. And there's a DS in here. There's a DS. We do have one of them in a stylish pink. There's my DS. What's your most smallest game and big one? What do you mean by smallest game? I'm not sure what you mean by smallest. I'm not sure what you mean. Are we talking like cost? Which one costs the least and which one costs the most? I have a few games that I pay like $3 for. DS is the best. Okay, okay. Put it in the vote, bro. Pick one. Is that in here? Right there? Say pick one. Pick one. Thank y'all for hitting the like button too, man. I appreciate y'all. Try Dragon Ball Z on PSP. Anytime I see a Dragon Ball Z game, I try to pick it up if I don't have it. So if I come across that, you can best believe I'll pick that up. Of course, if it's at the right price. GBZ games go Budokai and whatnot, they can get expensive. Oh, yeah, you like that DS case? It's pretty tough, right? It's a nice little, I never paid attention, but yeah, this is a decent looking case. Kind of looks professional, doesn't it? It's business, you know? I'm trying to see who makes the case. See, there's a tag in here someplace. Nah, no tags. It just says Nintendo DS. It's funny how many DS cases that are Nintendo DS period that I've come across in my game hunting adventures. And for a moment there, I was swimming in them. Black, silver, blue. I had so many different Nintendo DSs. And I never realized how many different people or companies or whatever would just make a DS case. They were almost like iPhone cases. They had so many different just generic DS cases. I don't have a lot of GTA games. I think there's two of them. GTA 5 for the PS4. This one actually does have all of the nice little inserts and the maps and all that good stuff. And where you at? There you are. Grand Theft Auto Trilogy for the Switch. Found this for a decent price. I think I got this for, oh wait, look, receipt's right there. It says 60, that's not right. I think it was $20. Look at that. Look at that. This is why I do this, man. I say you can't get a Zelda game for under $20, and sometimes I forget. Now that my focus is shifted and I'm looking for games to add to the collection, I picked this up along with Breath of the Wild. 1846 for this, and 1846 for Breath of the Wild. I had Breath of the Wild physical, and I gave it away. I didn't give it away. I sold it. And I know that's in one of my shorts also. Yeah, I know it because I remember it now. My battery overheated and didn't record everything. Wow. What a bummer. That's all right. All good. But yeah, I got Grand Theft Auto, the trilogy here. I don't think I need this receipt. I want the one with all my numbers on there. Let's get that out of there. My bad. But yeah, that's all. That's the extent of the Grand Theft Auto 5 trilogy. No inserts or anything in this. But GTA 3, San Andreas. What's the other one? Vice City. My locks are getting in my eyes and it's driving me crazy. Can I minimize this? Because I can't even see myself. I need to. Damn, you know. There we go. Show the GTA. Open the whole map. Oh, you want to see the GTA 5 map? Damn, bro. Bossy 5 Nights. Bossy, my boy. Alright, I'm about to jump off of this because I got to get to work in a little bit here, but I'll show you this map before I dip out and wish you a good day. My friend, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the super thanks if you can, the jewels, the rubies, all of that. All of it will go back into the game room and into building the channel. Check that out. That bitch is beastie. Look at that map. That's pretty sick. But yeah, there we go. All right. Put this bitch away. All right, everybody. Be well.